Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and this is what we're going to make today. Now this is made using two of these expandable file folders. If you don't have the expandable file folders, just use cardstock. I'm giving you the exact measurements to use cardstock on here. So if you don't have these, just put some cardstock together and it's going to make the same thing. But this is what I'm using because I have, like, again, a blue million of these that I've had forever and a day. They've been used, but I've torn off the labels, things like that. But that's what we're going to use, two of those. So we're just going to make a little mini album storage, or this could be sent to a friend. You could put your little mini album in there. You could put tags, embellishments, things in here. You've got pockets on the back, so you've got 3 pockets on the back where you could put little tags and embellishments and things in there. And then you can slide your mini album. See, that holds our cascading mini album that we made. You can slide it down in there. So it's quick and easy. It's not really hard to make, and it holds tons and tons of things if you want to do some Happy Mail with one of these, or if you just want to use this as storage for your mini albums and just or sit them in your shelves, something like that. It'd be really, really pretty. Okay, so let's get started on making these. I'll show you exactly how it's made. Like I said, these come together really quick and easy. So you're going to need 2 of the expandable file folders. Now, if you don't have file folders like this, you can use just regular scrapbook paper, cardstock. But I just happen to have a ton of these that I used to use a long time ago before I started putting everything in my computer. So as you can see, I've got all kinds of scribbles on them where I had used them to keep up with our receipts and things. So the first one, you're going to take it apart. And if you go to the side, you can just go right down the side of that. I'm going to tell you the measurements, so if you're using cardstock, you'll be able to make the same thing. So just take it apart like that. And then just kind of open it up, see what I've got here. Now I use this part right here. And let me get that apart. So then I just open this up, and this will probably be cut off right there. So this is the part we're going to use. So all I'm going to do is cut right straight down the score line. Well, I'm going to cut down the score line to cut this away, and then I'll use my trimmer to do the straight part. So we'll lay that aside because we can make lots of tags and things out of that. Let me see if I can find my trimmer under all of this. Now all you're going to do is you're going to trim off these sides because we don't need those. So I try to trim right in that score line, just like that. Okay. And then I go ahead and even up the bottom. Well, my cutter did not want to cut that, so we'll just use our scissors. And then we trim off this top part. And you can leave that top part folded over if you want. It doesn't matter. I just trim mine off, but you can always leave it folded over. Alright, so that we have something that looks like that. Okay, now on this one, what we want to do, I don't like how this just comes down and then it has that dip in it and over this way. So what I want to do is I want to bring this part straight on down past that and then just cut it across and up. So I'm going to use my ruler. And I'm just going to draw a line across here. I'm just using the end of my ruler to kind of keep it as straight as I can. Then I'm just going to draw a line like that. And then I'll just take my scissors, and from this area right here where that's already slanted, I'm just going to go straight on down to that line. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. It's already slanted there, so I'm just going to go straight on down to that line. And then we're just going to cut straight across. Okay, that looks pretty good. Then I'm just going to erase this. These are some pencil erasers with the little brush tip on the end from Arteza. I'll link those below if you're interested with my discount code. There we go. And they come with a little sharpener too, and that one already needs sharpened. I've used it so much. Now I'm not going to worry about that because we're going to cover that with paper. So what we're going to do with this one, and I'm going to see if I need to trim that top part off. I probably won't. I think we will flip it over like this. And I'm going to decide about where I want my other pocket here. So this is going to be a pocket, a big pocket to store like an album or something like that in for a friend. And then this is going to be another pocket, and then we're going to fold this up, the bottom part up, to be the third pocket. But first I want to make sure that I don't need to trim this off just a little bit more, and it looks like I might. So let me trim right down through there. You want them to be the same width. There we go. So I think I'll have my other pocket about right there. That'll give me some room between. So then I'm just going to mark on here where I need to put a score line to fold that up. And looks like that is at 5 3/4. Now, if you're using cardstock, I'll tell you the width of this. This is 11 3/4 by 9 1/4. And then, of course, on the sides, you just need to put a little gusset on the side. So you could use just an extra piece of paper to make you a gusset. Don't worry about the one on the bottom because we're going to glue that together anyway. But you could just make a little gusset on the sides. And then this piece is cut at 9 1/2 by 11 3/4. So that's what you need if you're using cardstock. Then I'm just going to fold this piece up. So there we go. We've got our 3 pockets. The big one to put our like a mini album in, this one, and then this one. Now we're going to cut out the little thumb pulls in here. And I'm just going to use my oval. This is a 2-inch oval. I'm just going to mark the center. Love my Tim Holtz ruler to do this with. Alright, that right there is my center. And then I'm going to mark the center up here so I can make sure I get both of them even. There we go. And I'm not going to put one in here because we cut that down, so we don't need one there. So we are going to, I'm not going to put a deep one. I'm just going to go about 1/3 of the way, maybe. There we go. So there we go. We've got our little divots in there for our thumb holes. Now, what I'm going to do on mine, down here at the bottom, I'm going to glue this together, this gusset. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you want to leave it expandable, that's okay. I don't want mine quite as expandable as this bottom is, so I'm going to glue this together. It'll still expand from the side gussets, but I just don't want this bottom to do the expanding. So we're just gluing that together right across there. And so you've still got plenty of room to put your albums, whatever you want to put in here, but you're not going to have to worry about that bottom gusset expanding out too much. Alright, now we're going to start covering with some paper. That's just how easy this project is. You're ready to start covering with paper. And I'm going to be using some of the Georgia Blue paper on mine. I think it's a really pretty paper. So I think I'm going to cover this part right here with this. Now all of this is not going to show, so I'm not going to waste my paper by covering all the way down. Alright, let's just cut this piece and then we will. I think I will cut down, let's make sure what we've got here. If we glue this down there, then from the top up here, I want to go down under there just a little. So if we cut a piece that is 4 by 11 and 5/8, then we should be good. Okay, so we've got 4 by 11 and 5/8. That's just going to leave a tiny bit of our file folder showing on the ends, and that's exactly what I want. Now, in order to get this cut like we need it, I'm going to slide this down in there. I am going to slide it right to the edge, just like that. And then I'm just going to draw my line. All right, and then we can just use our scissors and cut that off. So there we go. There is our opening cut out, and it's ready to glue down. Isn't that some pretty paper? I love that. Okay, I'm going to cut the piece that goes down in here to cover that up, and I think it's going to be about the same size. Let's see. I think we can probably, well, I want it to run down in there just a little ways. So I'm going to cut it at 4 by 11 and 5/8. Because I do want it to go down in just a little bit. And I think I may just use this side of the paper. Let's see what else we've got that we can use. I don't have a lot of this paper left. I think I might use this right here, the back side of this. I like that. So let's do that and save that for another piece. So we just need 4 by 11 and 5/8. We're just going to slide that right down in there. And I'm going to round those corners since those are rounded. There we go. So we'll glue that down right there. Okay. So we've got those 2 places covered. And now we can put our pocket on. Now I'm not going to glue this part of the pocket down yet. We want to just glue this part down up here first. So just put some glue up the side. like that, and then start it right down at the bottom. There we go. And then we're going to cut a piece of paper for this. Now this one is going to be, let's just cut it at, I think 3 will do good on this. So 3 by 11 5/8. Now again, in order to get my little pull here, my little divot, I'm just going to center that up and then mark the center of it right there. So we just need to put a little divot right there. There we go. And then we'll round the corners. Okay, then we can glue that down, and I'm hoping my bird's going to show quite a bit, so that's what I wanted. Okay, so there's a nice pocket there. And then we're ready to put this one down. Now I'm going to go ahead on this one and round those corners before we lay it down, just because the others are rounded. And two, these are a little jagged up from the use, so that'll just take a little bit of that off of there. Well, that one didn't work so good, did it? Come on, there we go. Alright, which paper are we going to use to go on top? I may use this one. I really like that. I think that'll look good with the other. So we will cut a piece for that. This piece is going to be cut at, let's see, I'm going to cut this one at 3.5 by 11 5/8. It's kind of in between, but I think it'll work okay. Okay. Now we just need to put our little pull in there. So there we go. And then I've rounded the corners already. So that is ready to put down right there. Now you could be inking all of this up if you wanted to. I probably would if I wasn't filming, but I'm just going to leave it for right now and I'll ink it later. I can always go in there and ink in a little bit. Oh, come on now. I put this one down a little crooked. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this down. So we're just going to put glue right up through here on each side. So there we go. We have a pocket up here, a pocket here, and then a pocket down here. And then on the back, you can also put more pockets if you want to. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do that. I might just go ahead and do that. Why not? I've already got one folded here, and the little divots cut out of it. I could also put another pocket up here. So we can just go ahead and cut this piece. Let's see what piece I have that might be already cut. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and trim this piece down and we'll just add another pocket in there. Okay, we're going to cut our little thumb pull in here. There we go. I don't know why those always fly up and hit me in the face. So there we've got 3 more pockets right there. And I know that's kind of hard for you to see with that background, but there we go. We've got a pocket here, and pocket here. And I'll tell you the sizes of these. I just used part of that file folder. And this is cut at 11 3/4. And it is 8 3/4 tall. So we're going to put that one down first right there, but we're going to go ahead and cover a little piece right here just to cover that up. Let's see. I'm going to try to use my small pieces without cutting into another big piece. I think this is the smallest, so let's just use this. But I'm not going to need that much of it. I think that's all I'm going to need. Let's see. Oh yeah, we won't even need that much. I'm going to cut it off about right there. Then we can use that piece somewhere else. So this piece I'm going to cut at 2.5 by 11 5/8. I'll get my little trash basket down here. Okay, we will put this piece down. I'm going to round these corners because that's rounded. Make sure I get it the right way up. There we go. And now this one is going to go down there. I'm going to go ahead and round these corners as well. And I'm just using my 1/4 inch. The half is a little bit much, so I'm just using the 1/4. So we'll put this one down right here. I'm going to glue it on each side and then all the way across the bottom. Whoops. Well, if I can go straight, that is. There we go. So lay it down right at the bottom. All right, and then we can cover this one. And of course, it's not going to need a long sheet of paper because we're going to put these other pockets on here. So let's cut this one at 3.5 by 11 5/8. So 3.5. I think we'll just use this top part of this because I'd like to put that on the front down here. Okay, then we need to cut out our little thumb pull right there and then round the corners. I'm going to go ahead and round the corners right now. There we go. We can put that piece down. All right, now we're ready to put these on, and I'm going to go ahead and round these corners. So I'm going to glue this top one down first. Okay, then we need this cut at 3.5 by 11 5/8. And then we'll mark our little opening here. There we go. We'll glue that one down right there. Isn't that cute already? And now we need to glue this one down. There we go. Then we can cut the paper for this. And we need to cut it at 2 7/8 by 11 5/8. And my bicycle is not quite going to fit, I don't think. Well, I got part of my bike anyway, and that's good enough. I'm not gonna have all of it on there because this piece is not wide enough. Then we will mark our divot here again. I call it divot sometimes, and sometimes I call it thumb pull. Have you noticed? There we go. I think that's good right there. I have just pulled out some various things that I think I want to embellish with, and I know I want to put this lace right across there. That's the vintage lace from Cindy's Vintage Cafe, and that is linked below. So I'm going to cut this end off right here to make it even. And I just want to run a little piece right across the top right here. Okay, let me hold it up to see if it looks anywhere near straight. There we go. I think that'll work. And I did go ahead and ink around this just a little bit off camera. So we're going to cut that piece off right there. And then I have just pulled out some various things here. Some of them are from the Tim Holtz Field Notes, and some of them are just those little lace flowers that I have. Just various odds and ends that I'm going to embellish this with. Alright, what am I going to start with? You know, I want to start with a piece of this doily. And I'm just going to put just a tiny bit of ink on there because this is that one that I used yesterday and I didn't have it tea stained or coffee stained. So I'm going to put just a little bit of ink on there. And that's going to glue down there. Let's see. Alright, let's just go ahead and glue that down. And then we'll just kind of build from there. Okay. There we go. That right there. Alright, and then I have just a little piece of book page, and this I have sprayed with some gold. It's mica mixed with water to kind of match that gold that's in there. So we're going to put that down right up through there, I think. And I have just torn around the edges of it. Put that right there. And then I have just a little piece of paper that I had dyed, and this is dyed with the blueberry, I do believe. And we'll put that down like that. We're just making a little cluster down here. And then I think I want to put that little flower right there. And I'm not going to ink it up, even though it's a little bit whiter than everything else. I'm just going to leave it as is. I think it'll be okay. There we go. Then I have this is a Tracy label. So I think I'm going to put that Tracy label, I think I'll tuck it up under that little leaf right there. Or petal, I should say. Tuck it up under that petal. So we'll put that down right there. I'm going to put just a little bit of ink around it to cover up where the white is showing. And this is from her labels kit. I do believe this is Tracy. I don't think this is Tina. I'm pretty sure this is a Tracy label. It's from her labels, I think number 1, I do believe. I will link it below. I'll find them and link them below. And I just printed it on regular copy paper. It's all that I did to that one. Then, let's see what else we want. We want a little butterfly in there. What about that little butterfly? That's pretty. I think I tried to pick out things that had some blue in it, since this paper is Georgia blue. and it's mostly blue, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to match it up exactly. We'll be fine. So let's just do that little butterfly there. Make him look like he's coming into that flower. Alrighty, then what? And then we're going to do a little cluster right here, and I'm going to put down this little piece of book page that I had left over. We're just going to kind of pull it on over this way. And then this little piece of vellum that's left over. I'm just picking up things off of my desk. And then we'll put this little mushroom there. And I'm going to ink a little bit around it. This is from the Tim Holtz Field Notes ephemera. So we will, let's see, put him right there. And then I'm just going to bring in this little Tina number label, and it just says number 6. It's like a specimen label. Let's see, where do we want it? We'll put it right there. There we go. I'm just going to curl that little piece of vellum up. There we go. Make it look a little bit vintage and old. Then I've got this little T card I think I'm going to put down right over here. Just need to trim it out a little bit. And then I'll ink the white edges. So I want to put it right there, but I think I want to put something behind it. I'm just going to go with a piece of this blueberry dyed paper that I did. Let's see, I need to tear this corner. So we'll put that down. No, let's see. How do I want that? Like that, maybe. Okay, I think that's how we're going to do that cluster. So I'm going to glue this down first. And then we'll glue this little T card down. Then this is a little Tim Holtz label. I'm going to tuck in the edge there. Okay, and then I'm going to put number 1 on that. There we go, like that. Then I need one more little piece of something. So let's do just one of these little tiny brown flowers, and we'll put that right there, and I'll put a little piece of bling in it. Let's put that little piece of blue bling right there, and then we need a piece in here. I think I'll just go with this large one. So there we go. So far, that is our little clusters and lace. I feel like I need something right here because that is so plain. So what can we put across there? I need your ideas. Send them in. Like I said, I'm trying to pick up from things that I have over here just laying around so that I don't have to go pull out a lot of extras. I have this little piece of coffee dyed paper that I could put there and then put a little label on it. That would probably work. Let's just do that. Let's tear that. Okay, let's put that right across there, maybe. Then what can we put? Okay, let's do that just like that. So we're going to put this piece down. Then I have torn just a piece of book page and put some ink on it. Like that. And then we have this from the field notes from Tim Holtz. It says Private Collection Specimen. And we'll put that right there. And then this has just got like a file number on it. And we'll put that down here, maybe. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then I need some little something there to balance it out, because that says that's 4 and I just need one more little piece. Let's just put that little mushroom down there. That's cute. It's just a tiny one. There we go. That is the front. I like that. So you've got all these large pockets. You can put all kinds of things in. I'm going to go ahead and decorate the back. Let's see what we want to put down here. Okay, let's do this little cluster right here. And I know these are harder for you to see because they're mostly in browns, but I'm going to hold everything up when we get finished. And of course, I'm going to start off with a piece of book page. I'm going to go ahead and ink up my vellum. And my little butterfly. And then my Tracy label. It says pollinate. And then our little mushroom. Okay, we'll put our book page down first. And then our little piece of vellum. I'm getting a lot of pieces off my desk used up over here. And then we'll put our label right there. Like that. Then we'll put our little mushroom on there. I'm just going to bring him right there so you can still see everything. And then we'll just bring this little butterfly in like he's coming into that mushroom. Right there. I've just got a little piece of black bling, and this is kind of a strand of bling. See if I can get some glue out of here. And we're going to put it right at the end of that little label. So there is our little cluster there. Okay. Then I'm going to put another one of these tea cards up here, since that's kind of an open area there. Okay, then I just trimmed out a label from Tina. And in case you're wondering who Tina is, she is Shabby Dabby Doodah on, I think, YouTube, and I'm not sure on Instagram. I haven't gone over and followed her there, but I will have to check that out. And then she also has an Etsy shop that is Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I have that link below on most all of my videos because I use a lot of her labels. So you need to go over and check her out. There we go. We're going to put that down right there. These little tea labels, these little tea cards came from Kelly Creates on Etsy. Or Etsy, ever how you say that. Etsy. Alright, so that is that. I don't know that we need anything on this one. That one's pretty full. And then up here at the top, this come out of the Tim Holtz, what are they called? Field notes. And it says W.P. Collins, Natural History and Scientific Bookseller. I may put that right there. I don't know why not. But of course, since he's a bookseller, we've got to have a little piece of book page coming out from under there, right? This virus has got to soon be gone so that I can go out of town somewhere and find some antique shops. Because this is driving me crazy that I can't get my book pages and all that kind of stuff. I know you guys are sending me some and I really appreciate that. I just want to go find more. You know, I always need more. Now my wording is sideways on that, but I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. I'm going to put that down just like that. It doesn't bother me. Just see if we get it somewhere near even. And then we'll put this down on there. And then I think I'll just put a little mushroom at either end. This whole thing has been about mushrooms, hasn't it? I just think they're cute and they go with this collection pretty good. Here we go. It's all about nature and flowers and things like that. So there is that one. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything on this one because that looks pretty good there. This one is finished. I may put a piece of bling or something up here. See what we have. There we go. Okay, so there's that little cluster. There's that one. That one up there. I'll flip it over. We've got that at the top. Our lace, this little cluster. And then this one down here. Super cute. I love it. I love it. Okay, I think on this side I'm going to put a couple of pieces of bling just to kind of even it out. Alright, there we go. It's finished. And now we can put, let me see. So the cascading booklet that we made last week, it will slide down in there. I'm going to slide it in there easy because some of my things are still not completely dry, but see, that fits in there well. You can put other little embellishments and things in here if you want to wrap this up and send it to a friend as a happy mail. You can put all kinds of tickets and tags and things down in here. So let's leave that one in there. Show you how much this will hold. It'll hold lots and lots of things. So there's another tag. There's a tag. You can just keep adding. You can add this little booklet on the other side. There we go. little booklet there. You can add this little, what was that we call that? A little cascading album with our book, with our junk mail. Ooh, I'll get it right in a minute. So see, you can just keep adding and adding and adding and send it as happy mail to your friends and family, whatever you want to do. All right, guys, that is it for our tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.